welcome back to the live channel. It's been a minute since I tapped in here. Don't mind the raspy voice right now. I'm recovering from a week long of coughing, whatever. Anyways, I'm in a long route delivery today, and I was pondering about what I wanted to talk about in this current live. There's certain things in my life right now that I'm very grateful for, but I am also in a point where I feel like I need to catch up. Mindset wise, financially wise, I'm in a good position, but I could do more. All right. Whereas 5 years ago, I was underneath the water. I was sinking. I was trying to swim for my dear life. I was in debt. I had no clue in any of this finance world or whatever. But I changed that mindset. I started educating myself in that realm. Listening to audiobooks. Started to make changes in the way my habits were, my spending habits. Even though we were frugal in ways back then, we were frugal, we just couldn't afford shit. Now, we're still frugal, we can afford it, but I'd rather invest it. So I'm playing catch up in ways where I feel like I neglected my investments that I could have done in my early 20s. Looking back now, I have a lot of regrets and all the shit I spent on. I don't regret traveling the world. That was a thing that I enjoyed the most. But I regret like nightlife, spending alcohol, just buying dumb shit that I didn't need through that. And so I regret like going to Vegas and spending money on those type of things. Now I look back like I'm 48 years old. I wish I had all that money. I wish I had financial literacy back then. Somebody would told me, invest your shit. And I didn't invest my shit. And now I've been investing in the last 5 years and I'm playing catch up. So I want to be in a point where like I want money to be working for me enough that I don't have to work. But that's far from reality at the moment. But there's already a portion of that is money is working for me, right? And I feel like I could have done more when I was younger, but now I'm playing catch up. I'm even catching up for my kids' investments, and so like even though like I started late in this whole investment thing, I feel like I need to make more so I can grow, so I can have some kind of buffer in the next fucking 10 years, so I can feel like money's working for me. I don't have to depend on money completely. Where right now, this job that I'm doing, like I did a delivery today, an hour and a half, it doesn't pay shit. But what I tell you that pays is the knowledge that I'm listening to through YouTube University. Because in the last 5 years, my mindset has shifted and I started educating myself financially. And I'm just listening to like powerful influencers, powerful people that have made a change in their life. And this job doesn't pay shit right now. Well, like I'm driving for an hour and a half, but I'm listening to all this knowledge. So I'm being wealthy in my education that way, right? And I wish I had power knowledge then that would be much more beneficial to me at this point. But you live in, and so yeah, like I wanted to share, like I'm about 4 hours of driving, and I listened to a couple of podcasts over and over again, just reassuring that I'm in a good space already. I got investments in like different places, and I'm like, God, I wish I had more. There's so many people that started early, that retired early, and like, damn, man, they have to work their ass off now. So, I'm doing side gigs here and there just so I can keep up my investments that way. But my next step into this whole money making thing is AI. I've invested in the last 6 months in tools so I can educate myself in AI. I had AI already pay me money through projects that allow me to enhance those projects, not hire people, and I made money that way. So yes, AI slowly started to help me, but I need more, right? I need to make sure that this passive income is to a point where I can say, shit, I'm making $300 a month in passive income right now. I want to do $500 passive income. I want to do $1,000 passive income. I mean, it's not a lot for a lot of people, like, but for me, it's a lot. Especially if I'm like living in fucking like Asia or something like that, and I live dirt cheap over there. Like, that's quality of life for me. And I know a lot of people you guys are commenting, and I can't see. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm just kind of like ranting on about like my position in life. At 48 years old, I don't have real estate. What I have for is a 13-year-old Prius that I don't have any regrets at all in buying used, because I don't have to pay monthly rent on that. I have monthly payments on that. My insurance is not fucking crazy. Thank God I don't feel like I have to show off to anybody, just so I feel like I'm part of this clique. I'm comfortable with what I have. I don't have fancy clothes. I don't have all these fancy things. But what I do have is a great family. A loving family that knows that what's more important is quality of time and teaching the values rather than materialistic things. So, a lot of our stuff is hand-me-downs, clothes that were given to us. Our furniture, there's no brand new furniture. A friend donated a mattress and a bed to us. We took it, and it's still useful. That's the value I'm trying to teach my kids, is the fact that you make $1, fucking put that shit on type of investment, man. And I wish I had known this shit when I was so fucking young. And back then it was all about status. It's all about, showing off who can drink the most and who can get the most nicest drip and nicest swag. God, what fucking, mental, like, that shit was. I'm looking at all these people now that have success through wealth of knowledge, and I'm in that position now, and I'm trying to be in that position. Our next chapter in life is plucking ourselves out of this environment where it's not equating of what you make versus how your living standard is, because the rent, all that things, the food is expensive. So we're gonna pluck ourselves into an environment where we have a free place to stay in Asia, and then food is dirt cheap, but still be able to make dollars or euros out of that, right? And hopefully go 10x out of that and just be financially free. Oh man, these drives are not glorious. I look at other people's jobs, and they are six-figure jobs. But a lot of them have brand new cars. They got these nice houses, a lot of rooms. Oftentimes I go to their space and I'm like, God, I wish I had that. But at the same time, there's a lot of commitment into those spaces. I don't have a lot, but I feel at ease and free. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't have the burden of like knowing that I have to pay X amount of dollars. I know it feels good probably for, having some nice things, but like, I don't know. I just feel it. I have less, but I feel like I don't have the pressure. it's just a wonderful feeling. You got a little buffer in life. I could use more, of course. You know, shit. I've got a chronic disease that can just knock me out right away. That has a fear in my life, of course. You know, I don't want to leave this earth so early that my kids don't have a father. But yeah, it's just balanced now. I think you know, my kids are happy. You know, I don't get to take them to Disneyland because fucking Disneyland is so expensive. I have to find ways to find Disneyland affordable. I have a friend that works for Disney, so I had to just pay him just to give us a buddy pass and go that cheap route, you know? So just being creative and ways where I can still show my family that we can still have quality of life without having to go extreme and being expensive in life. Yeah, it feels good. It feels real good. Anyways, that's just my rant for today. I hope you guys are all doing well. I haven't checked in this live for a few weeks, but yeah, I need to catch up. I actually just came back from a work trip that just knocked me out for a week. All right, I'm signing off. Peace.